over in White County, the elections office is looking ahead to midterms, focusing its efforts on recruiting poll workers, a position that in recent years has come under scrutiny. Our Emily McLeod joins me live in studio this evening. And Emily, you told us that there was someone who you spoke to. You said he wanted to become a poll worker because he was concerned about some election security?
Right. He had questions, and so he volunteered to be a poll worker in White County because he thought that it would be a great way to get some of those questions answered. Now, he says his biggest takeaway was the comfort he took and that the processes are well defined and controlled.
It's really democracy in action, and you feel proud to be an American.
After the 2020 election, Jeff Huffsey had questions about election security.
When there was a lot of news that elections had been rigged and the election had been stolen and things like that. And I thought, you know, is it done that casually that those sorts of things are possible?
In 2024, he signed up to be a poll worker to get those questions answered, and he did.
There's far more things going on than a normal citizen would expect.
Did you walk away from the 2024 election with a renewed sense of confidence?
Yes, I did.
In elections?
Andrew McPherson saw headlines around the 2020 election about poll workers leaving and wanted to do his part, so he signed up.
I was like, well, I can't do a whole lot of things when it comes to, politics and national, but I can do that.
And Marcia Johnson, who has been a poll worker in White County for the last 7 years, says the job is inspiring.
The amount of people that come through, especially in the bigger elections, it's just, it gives you a really good feeling that this country's, kind of on the right track.
Amy Veter is White County's election supervisor.
Why do you think the position has become so high profile?
I think a misunderstanding of the elections process. I think that maybe the public doesn't quite understand how thoroughly and efficiently they do their job.
Veter encourages people with questions to become a poll worker in their county. And if you're in White County, spots are still open.
In 2026, we know that we're going to need a very robust staff of elections workers with this kind of more high-profile, bigger election year. So we are definitely kind of rebuilding to get back up to where we need to be for this year.
A big election year made possible by your friends, neighbors, and maybe you.
White County is hosting a poll worker recruitment drive on March 19th. They need about 80 poll workers. And Sharon, poll workers in White County are paid. How much depends on the day or if you're an assistant manager or a manager. But in White County, for example, poll workers on election day are paid $200.
$200? That's not too bad.
That is not nothing.
Especially in this economy as well.
Right, exactly.
And I'm glad that he found out that there are checks and balances in there, so kind of his
He said
concerns were
it was so
okay.
detailed, so in-depth, the processes, and he said there's a lot more that I had no idea was going on. He said it was way more than he imagined.
Thank you for sharing that story with us, Emily. Thank you.